Alright, I'm going to put you out of frame for a bit. Just bear with me. I'm still going to keep talking. So, basically, sorry, basically, watching an episode of The Simpsons, and it really got me thinking about, a contrast to, me and my problem at one of my jobs, because I have many jobs. I believe when you're at work, you're supposed to work, you know? Be on task, and if you have time, then socialize. All there just to, do our thing while we're here. Young people do not know that. Young people still feel like this is, homeroom, this is socialized time, this is, time to just talk and not really, well, put in the effort. Probably because for the first 10 years of American children's lives, we don't really tell them what responsibility is or life or anything really. So when they reach those angst-ridden teenage years, it really is a slam in the a slam in the face about reality. I'm not justifying them. I'm just saying what it is. This is the state of the world. This part of the world of what it is. So when you're at work, you work. We're not here for the laughs, you know. But some people just can't really wrap their heads around that. So I've had some decent conversations with a few people at my work. Nothing too heavy or too funny at times. But The Simpsons really had an episode that I thought made me see the other side of things, where Marge was, of course, being too much of one thing, which was in charge. She was the stage manager of this production, a stage production of the Y2K bug, of all things. Uh, and she said, "Oh, I was the manager. I was, the backstage person, blah blah blah." And when she got the band back together, she found that uh, the leader, the one that gave them courage and confidence and led them, didn't make them feel jealous or belittled, but gave them inspiration. If this person can do it, I could do it too. They're Fun Time Charlie. They're guiding light in this. The social pariah, basically. Marge thought that was more of her gig, but actually no, it was what's her name character's thing. You know, and throughout the episode, the story doesn't go where it kind of needed to go, which is further deeper. That Marge was more in the wrong of the fact that she never bothered to unclench. She never stopped being like in Hot Fuzz, where the lead character Nicholas Angel never stopped being, a cop. He just was a cop 24/7, and that's what was detrimental to him. That he never just switched off and just stopped being a cop, stopped thinking about being a cop. You know, it was always on duty, that sort of thing. Same thing happened in Suits. Um, Not Mike Ross, but the other guy, the guy who hires him. That guy. They said, "What is your relationship with this guy?" And he says in the beginning it was like those old dog and Roadrunner cartoons where it's like we come into work, we clock in, we do our thing, and then we clock out. He says that somewhere along the line, Harvey Specter, that's it. Harvey Specter, he says he just stopped clocking out. He just became the persona Harvey Specter, the lawyer, attorney at law. So what Marge needed to do was just stop being the stage manager for like 5 minutes and just hang out with the cast, you know. So they were singing that song, you know, the times, the best times. They said, well, we went off and had all these fun times and things, you know, and still put on a good production. But Marge missed out on all that because she was too busy taking care of everything, you know, and never stopped to think, well, wait, why don't I go off and have a good time too? But they never really got around to explaining that too much. She didn't realize that at the time. It wasn't until like 20 years later, reflecting back on it, it's like, oh, right, I never did bother to stop and smell the roses. But unlike Marge, I don't vape. I don't tell crude, crass, juvenile jokes. I don't laugh incessantly when I should be working. You know, these aren't my peers. These are my, you know, this is another generation. You know, not that my generation had crass jokes or smoked cigarettes. It's just I didn't do those things. See, I actually had a mother growing up. You know, I was taught family values. You know, those strong Christian values. So, you know, I was raised to be a good, decent human being. So when the other crass younger generation looks at me, it's like, ugh, who's this tight ass? And I'm like, I'm just a good man. I know I'm a good man. You know why? Well, one, I actually know what caring is. I know what empathy is. I know what responsibility is. You know, I actually know what hard work is. I'm not here for a fun time. I'm here to work. That's what a job is. You know, and yes, on the side, sure, have some fun and have some laughs and have an interesting conversation or two. You know, I'm guessing with the whole thing, what it all boils down to is that there are different ways of looking at things. You gotta times life's made up of times. It's, like the song says, there's time for this and there's time for that. I am not the stick in the mud. I'm just the older guy who refuses to cow down to a younger generation because they're put in charge, basically on the plot on the premise that, well, he was standing right there. That's it. I mean, there's no show of promise. There's nothing else I could think of or know of why this person would be in charge of me that I have to take orders from and be verbally abused to. You know, I don't like being verbally abused. I really don't. But yeah, no, that's what the younger generations are a lot, especially people who have, well, nothing to offer, and they know that. So therefore, they hate themselves. Therefore, they have to tear me down in order to build themselves up, just to feel good about themselves. See, that's what all that vaping does. It's all a distraction. You know, people say it's a distraction. Yeah, actually, it is. People want escape in all its forms. And I have to deal with that. I have to navigate this world. I can't walk into a room without being verbally abused by someone. It's like, I work here. You know, I should be allowed to work here. You know, can I just do that? Can I just be? You know? There are different ways of looking at things, but honestly, when it gets to that point, then you have to stand up for yourself, and I did. And it's like, how dare you stand up to me? Oh, I'm sorry, am I supposed to stand here and take it from a child who is not responsible in any real shape, way, or form? I'm sorry, no. some part of me in all this, in where I am, I say no. I'm not going to stand here and be verbally abused at by a by a fucking 18-year-old. No, I refuse. Sorry. If that harshes your calm there, buddy. Just no. Just just no. And you shouldn't either. You people out there, don't let it get to verbal abuse, you know. It's not what we're here for. We're here to work, live, and ultimately someday die. And have a lot of laughs and experiences along the way. Thus is life. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta get to work. The money's not gonna make itself. Alright, see ya. Bye.